I didn't create Constriction and Release with financial gain in mind. A Facebook friend once posted a picture of a painting with a similar quality, and it profoundly touched me. I intensely identified with it and knew I had to create a sculpture. But little did I anticipate that Constriction and Release was destined to lead me on a path of serendipity, where I would experience the crystal clear, loving presence of God. The tedious but satisfying 2-year process of creating included using steel, resin, plastic sheeting and clay. In the beginning I faced extreme aggression and evil around me, which resulted into making the sculpture more personal by adding a molded copy of my face, finger and toe tips. All this happened in a quiet, peaceful space with my loving and protective hairy dog Angel sleeping around me and birds singing outside. One day while working on the tip of a wing, I suddenly heard a prrrt sound, and into the studio came flying a little sunbird and landed on the tip of the other wing, energetically shaking its wings and peeping down onto the sculpture, up at me and then down again. It then fluttered around the sculpture and flew up towards the ceiling, landing onto the pulley that was supporting the heavy steel and clay wings. I managed to fetch a camera and took a picture as testimony of a mesmerizing event. I knew this little bird had to become part of the sculpture, especially later when I read that the symbolic spiritual message of a sunbird was that times of joy were on the way. But the journey was not yet completed. The costly process of mold making and demolding still waited, as well as casting and gilding a copy for the sake of publishing by means of a concert and a festive dinner with loved ones. And the little sunbird's message of joy to come didn't stay an ever-elusive treasure. Through grace I found it in living in the moment, the now, instead of living in fear of the future or regretting the past. A sculpture that was supposed to consist of a constricted human figure that was about to soar to freedom by means of massive wings, this sculpture became the mere foundation for the tiny sculpture of a sunbird. Constriction and Release emphasized to me that I was not alone, neither in the creative process nor in life at large. God enabled the sculpture to grow into a profound and stirring blessing also to others.